Hello and welcome to the mill. I am your host, Dusty Crane, and happy Wingspan release week. The retail release of Wingspan was just yesterday as of the time I'm recording this. It's great news. We have a game. The game is finally in the wild. No pun intended. But there are some people that are, if we're addressing the elephant in the room, there are some people that are unable to get it at this moment, and there's a little bit of consternation about why that might be. Jamie posted a blog post at Stonemaier Games website, and I'll link to it in the show notes as well. But the blog post is titled "An Apology and an Explanation," and Jamie just goes over, kind of walks you through how this could happen. And I think I don't want to focus on the negative, because the great news is I think 5,000 new people have this game and get to enjoy it. For those of you who had their order canceled or are waiting, it's coming, and it's coming soon, and I hope it's worth it. If you want to talk about it, let's keep it constructive, and we can talk in the comments here or the Facebook fan group or on BGG. But yeah, I feel for you. I mean, obviously everyone wishes that you had a copy of the game right now. We're going to get it to you as soon as possible. I say we're like I have anything to do with it. I don't. But it's coming. So Jamie has a very heartfelt, sincere post on StoneMaierGames.com. Check it out. The second thing I have for you is also Wingspan related, and that is David Studley, presumably the most handsome member of Automa Factory. I'm sure he'd tell you that. He also did the Automa for Wingspan. He's looking for playtesters for some ideas he has for the expansion. So I'm sure most of you already know that an expansion is in the works. And David has some ideas, and maybe you'd like to help him test those out. If so, there's a Google form, and I'll link to that in the show notes as well. The next thing I have for you, also more Wingspan goodness, and that is BGG user, Mario's visiting me, BGG user Sam Gray has released a fan expansion with 2 modules and 100 new bird powers. Now, this is exciting if you are wishing that there were some birds in the game other than North American birds. I think these are all European birds. I have some notes here in front of me, so pardon me as I look off camera, but there's 2 new tracks. This introduces the chick track and the habitat track. And just real quick, how this works is there's a new habitat track, and how that works is, that was a little redundant, is every time you play a bird in the forest or the waterlands, you move a little marker along the track, similar to how you do with the end around goals and stuff like that. But along the way, as you add more birds to your habitats, you have new abilities or new bonuses. So maybe you get an egg, maybe you get a bird card, maybe you get a new resource. And along that habitat track, there are opportunities to gain chicks. And how that works is there's 3 different types of chicks, and those are hatchlings and nestlings and fledglings, and they all do a little bit different things, and the cost is based on the mama bird or the bird that is hatching this egg, and the costs are different. The scoring is different. So if you were wanting to add chicks to the game, and this adds a new, you pay for it with eggs, and there's a little bit of, there's bonuses along the way for hatching those eggs in terms of, maybe your when played power, you only get to use those once normally. This would give you an opportunity to use it again. There's also bonuses for the ongoing or the pink powers or something like that. And so pretty interesting addition with those 2 tracks. In addition to the habitat track and the chick track, though, is also 35 new purple power cards, and those are cards that have kind of the ongoing bonus that we're used to, or I guess we're not really used to ongoing yet anyway. They have the win played is what I mean. There's an option of a win played option. There's also an ongoing bonus, and so what that entails is we're all used to win played. You play the card and you get a bonus for it or a benefit for it. The ongoing bonus is a little bit different in that they all seem pretty powerful and new. So it's like an ongoing bonus in terms of, you know, one of the things might be you draw 5 cards off of the discard deck, choose 3, and keep those in your hand. Or, you know, wanting to keep with that friendly, non-direct interaction that's still friendly. You know, there's new powers like maybe, you know, if somebody has a worm in their habitat, then you can go ahead and take a worm and cash it on a card. Or different abilities that, you know, are kind of interesting. I saw one that was like trade 1 card, or you can trade any number of bird cards you have in your hand for the same number of bird cards plus 1. So it's different additions to that feel natural and faithful to Wingspan while not going completely overboard. Now there are some that feel kind of overpowered, but there's only 35 of them, and you put them in the deck, you play with the existing cards. So, you know, maybe you do get one of these powerful cards, but they are not overpowered, in my opinion. Apparently, Sam has had plenty of play testing done with this so far, and based on how well this is put together, I'm sure he's going to have plenty of play testers coming. Now, do you guys ever have that where you swear you remember seeing something, but you can't remember where? I swear on the Wingspan Facebook group, somebody had brought this to Jamie's attention, or maybe Sam had posted it, and I could have swore that Jamie said, "How would you like to work on the expansion?" I cannot find that anymore. I don't know if it's something I dreamed up, or if, you know, Sam got a opportunity to work on the expansion with Elizabeth. I don't know. I can't find it. Maybe you can bring it right up. Maybe it was just a figment of my imagination, but maybe kind of a scoop. I don't know. But certainly, like I said, this fan expansion feels faithful enough to the actual game that I could totally see it happening. Jamie and Stonemaier Games have a record of bringing in fan creators and allowing them to co-design the games, and so I'm excited. I think Sam has a great idea here, and I definitely wish I had the means by which to produce a copy of it myself so that I could play with it. But just the idea of, you know, these new purple cards and these, you know, he also added some more brown and pink cards that still maintain that same non-direct interaction. So all in all, a terrific fan variant, and to have it happen during release week and it be so almost fleshed out, it's just incredible. Great job, Sam. The last bit of business I have for you this time around is Jamie posted a blog out on Stonemaier Games website called the 2018 Behind the Scenes Shareholders Report. Now, you may remember this from last year, the year before. I think this was an idea he got from Steve Jackson Games, and how they are very open and transparent about what they do. This blog post goes into the revenue of Stonemaier Games, up from last year. The debt the company holds, none. No loans, none. Employee count, 1 full-time, couple of part-time workers. Game releases, expansions, accessories, Kickstarter campaigns, which is none, as we should expect. And perhaps most importantly, and certainly the part that was of most interest to my wife, that is how many cats belong to the company, or how many cats count the Stonemaier ownership among their subjects, you know, because our cats are royalty, or at least they think they're royalty, and we treat them like that. But that's in there too. There's so much fascinating stuff in that report, but tucked away in there is something that I saw. I immediately asked myself if Jamie had learned from past mistakes. There was a teaser image of Codename Clay, I think. I don't know for sure it's Codename Clay, but there was it says, new game from Jamie Stegmaier. And I almost said Jamie Stonemaier. And in fact, I almost said Joey Stonemaier, because that's what my daughters call him. But one of the things is there's an image of a game, and I went ahead and I tried to right-click on the image and bring it up and see if it could be blown up to larger than it is. Similar to the way there's that leak of Viticulture Visit from the Rhine Valley, and he learns. It's not any larger. I'm going to post a picture of it right here. I'll put it up big screen too, but it's low res, so it might not look good. Anyway, enough talk here. Okay, so what is it? I say clay because it kind of looks like dried clay lifted up, but it's also hexes, and you see, is it a pigeon, a little bird? Maybe that's a kind of like a teaser, an Easter egg. I'm sorry, an Easter egg for Wingspan. Now, I went to the Stonemaier Zombies, and they know who they are, just a Facebook message group, and said, hey, we got an image of Codename Clay, and I think there was a comment in there that says, oh, it's a sidewalk, and you know, you kind of see the wild green all around it, and I didn't see the sidewalk at all. But I mean, it's so fascinating that, you know, you can look at two different pieces of art and see two different things, but regardless of what you saw, there was excitement to be found. And there was a little bit of a questionable comment made by Jamie in the blog post, and he said that this year we are going to find out, we already know that Stonemaier games can survive and thrive on other designs, on other designers. We have an Elizabeth game, we have a Hobie game, we have, you know, Ryan games, we have, you know, games from Ben, and it's been a little while since we had a Jamie game, since Charterstone actually, and do the fans still care about a Jamie Stegmaier game? Dude, what? Do we care about a Jamie Stegmaier game? Yes, of course. You've given us Scythe, you've given us Viticulture, you've given us Euphoria. We have Charterstone, we have these fantastic designs. Now, I think maybe he knows obviously we care about Jamie Stegmaier games, but how will we value it? How will sales value it, I guess, more than you know, Elizabeth's first game, more than, you know, Hobie's My Little Scythe? Like, do the fans value a Jamie Stegmaier game more so? We're going to find out in 2019, and that just got me excited. This year, we're going to have a new Jamie Stegmaier game at the table. Maybe it's Codename Clay. I don't know. In any case, I'm excited that you stamp Jamie Stegmaier as the designer on a game, and I immediately take interest. That's a day one buy. Even if I wasn't reviewing it, or not reviewing it because I don't do reviews, but even if I wasn't giving my impressions on it, or showing you guys an unboxing, or whatever the case may be, Jamie Stegmaier, that designer, is still my favorite designer, and is still going to be, in my opinion, something that people want to see what he's cooked up this time. What about for you? What do you think about anything, really? Did you get a copy of Wingspan? Are you waiting? Do you think you're going to hop into that Automa playtest with David? Or are you, have you tried Sam's expansion for Wingspan? Have you tried the European expansion with the new purple cards and the bird or the habitat and chick track? Did you read the 2018 behind the scenes shareholder report? Was there something on there that caught your eye, perhaps that I didn't even bring up? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me another week, and that's all I have. I will talk to you again. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.